Good evening. So recently, I had a conversation with a friend of mine who claimed that there seems to be an unseen hand in his finances because he couldn't understand why today he has so much and the next day he's struggling to meet his obligation. So I told him I don't think there's any unseen hand, but I believe it's because he has not deployed the right strategy to manage his finances. And I shared with him a simple tool that he has been using, which he has confirmed has been working for him, and that is a budget. A budget is a simple yet very effective tool in managing finances. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how to develop your own personal budget. As well, I'll be sharing with you a template, a simple template that you can use alongside this video. So go to the description, you will see the link to a template for personal budget that you can use, for your own budgeting. Now, how do you develop a budget? There are some ingredients that you need in developing your own personal budget. Number one is that you need to ascertain your total income. So on a monthly basis, what are your income? What are those activities that is going to generate income for you? Number one, if you're in paid employment, for instance, you have your salary, is a main source. If you have side hustle, the income from your side hustle, right? If you have access to any grant, it's also part of your income. Then gift from friends and family, it's also part of your income. You put all this together, you have your total income. Now, to the expense side, your total expense will be segregated. You segregate it into two major categories. You have the fixed expense and you have the variable expense. Your fixed expense are expenses that you will incur regardless. So these expenses, like your rent, your utility bills, your subscription charges, your insurance premium, so all these things are fixed expenses that you incur regardless. Also, your variable expenses are those expenses that you incur that varies on a monthly basis. Take, for instance, your grocery. It varies on a monthly basis, right? So those are your variable expenses. You also have to aggregate it. So the two together forms your total expenses for the month. Then thirdly, you need to set a realistic financial target. So for instance, if you're planning to get a mortgage, so you have to ascertain what value of mortgage am I going for. Now, whatever the value of the mortgage you are going for, you have to now ascertain what the equity contribution will be. So take, for instance, if you are applying or if you are planning to go for a mortgage of 100 million naira, I'm using Nigerian currency, 100 million naira, and you ascertain that, okay, my equity contribution into that mortgage is 20%. That's 20 million naira. So you have to now spread that 20 million over, is it 12 months? Is it 24 months? Depending on what your income will be able to accommodate. So you ascertain that, you set a target for yourself and say, okay, in the next 48 months, I want to be able to put together my equity contribution for my mortgage. So which means that if I spread 20 million over 48 months or 24 months, how much would that be in a month? So I can now bring that amount into my budget. So you have to set realistic target for yourself. And if it is investment as well, you go through the same process. You can set up an annuity that your income can accommodate. So number 4, you need to use what you call the 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule simply says that you apportion 50% of your income to your needs. Your needs are those expenses that you must incur to live a normal life. So take, for instance, your rent, your utility, your subscription, your transportation, your basic clothing. These things forms part of your needs. So your 50% of your income should go to that. Then 30% should go to your wants. So your wants are those things that are extra, that makes you happy. Take, for instance, going to restaurant, buying some extra clothing. Maybe you are someone that likes, like Yorubas, that like going for occasions and buying ashwebis. So when you buy ashwebi, that expense comes under want because they are outside what you need to live a normal life. Then your 20 is your savings and your investment. So that is where, for instance, your equity contribution towards your mortgage comes under that of your 20. So deploy this rule in your budgeting process. And finally, track your expenses. Now, the personal budget template that is attached to this video, that's in the description, actually put all these things into consideration in its design, and it will help you, in your budgeting process. It will also assist you in tracking your expenses. There are 2 sheets in it. Make use of it. If you have any question, please message me. I'll be glad to respond to you. And as well, if you like my content, follow me for more videos like this. Thank you.